Hello everyone. In this video, we bring you the topic on the space station. I wish to begin it now. The International Space Station, from Cold War rivalry to global cooperation. The central question is, how did space, once a domain of intense geopolitical rivalry, become a platform for international cooperation? And what does the International Space Station represent in terms of global power and collaboration? To understand this, it is necessary to go back to the origins of space activity during the Cold War. In the early phases of Cold War, space was not viewed as scientific frontier alone, but as an extension of strategic competition between United States and Soviet Union. Achievements in space, such as satellite launches and human space flight, were closely tied to technological capability and national prestige. This competition led to rapid advancements, but it also reinforced division. Over time, however, the costs and complexities of space exploration increased significantly. Maintaining long-term human presence in space required resources, technology, and coordination at a scale that was difficult for any single nation to sustain independently. This created conditions where cooperation became not just beneficial but practical. The concept of permanently inhabited space station evolved through earlier national programs. The Soviet Union developed space stations such as Salyut and later Mir, while the United States pursued its own projects, including Skylab. These early efforts demonstrated both the potential and the limitations of independent space programs. The transition towards international cooperation became more visible in the late Cold War period and accelerated after its end. In 1998, multiple countries came together to begin construction of what is now known as the International Space Station. This project involved collaboration between the United States, Russia, Europe, Japan, and Canada, making it one of the largest international scientific partnerships in history. From a structural perspective, the International Space Station represents a shift from competition to interdependence. Different countries contribute specific modules, technologies, and operational capabilities. For example, the United States and Russia provide critical systems for space station operation, while European and Japanese modules support scientific research. The distribution of responsibilities creates a system where cooperation is embedded into the functioning of the space, into the functioning of station itself. In terms of data and scale, the International Space Station orbits Earth at an altitude of approximately 400 kilometers and travels at a speed of 28,000 kilometers per hour. It has been continuously inhabited since the year 2000, hosting astronauts from multiple countries and supporting a wide range of scientific experiments in microgravity. From a policy perspective, the International Space Station demonstrates how shared interests can override strategic rivalry under certain conditions. Even during periods of political tensions between participating countries, cooperation on the station has largely continued. This suggests that in highly complex and resource intensive domains, collaboration can become structurally necessary. At the same time, the International Space Station also reflects underlying geopolitical realities. Participation, funding, and technological contributions are influenced by national priorities and strategic considerations. The station is therefore not purely a symbol of unity, but a system where cooperation and competition coexist. The broader insight is that space is no longer defined solely by rivalry or cooperation, but by a combination of both. The International Space Station illustrates how global systems can evolve from competition into structured collaboration when incentives align while still retaining elements of strategic positioning. In conclusion, the International Space Station is not just a scientific platform, it is a study in how international relations can adapt to technological and economical realities, transforming a domain once dominated by rivalry into one sustained by cooperation. That's our topic about the International Space Station from Cold War era rivalry to global cooperation of the current modern times. Thank you for tuning in with us. Have a great day.